Assalamualaikum dear students of class 8. This is your computer science lecture. Today we are going to start our new chapter number 2, fundamentals of operating system, page number 37 through page number 42. Before starting this chapter, what we need to know the definition of operating system. Students, we can represent operating system as an abbreviation with OS, or you can pronounce it as OS also. So what is operating system? Operating system is a collection of system software that controls working of a computer system. You can say that it acts as an interface between the computer and the computer user. It provides the platform through which you can interact with the computer system. That's why we say that operating system is a mandatory requirement for your system to run. Without your operating system, your computer cannot run or your computer will not work. यू कैन टेक एन एग्ज़ाम्पल कि जब हमारे कंप्यूटर में विंडोज़ नहीं होती, लैपटॉप में विंडोज़ इंस्टॉल नहीं होती हैं, सो हमारा लैपटॉप कंप्यूटर काम नहीं करता. यू कैन नॉट परफॉर्म एनी एक्टिविटी विदाउट द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. देयर आर डिफरेंट एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू कैन इंस्टॉल लिनक्स, यूनिक्स, विंडोज़, बट द मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड इज़ विंडोज़. So to understand its basic definition, you should get in your mind that Windows is an example of operating system. जो सारे काम आपकी Windows आपके लैपटॉप में, आपके कंप्यूटर में कर रही है, वही सारे फंक्शंस आपके ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के ओवरऑल होते हैं. द मेन फंक्शंस ऑफ द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम आर सेम, चाहे वो लिनक्स हो, यूनिक्स हो या विंडोज़ हो या कोई एंड्रॉयड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम हो, कोई भी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम हो, they have the same functionality. Let's come to the objectives of operating system. The objectives of operating system includes convenience and efficiency. It makes the computer more convenient to use, and it allows the computer resources such as your CPU, your memory, input output devices and internet to be used in an efficient manner. You can view your operating system as a resource manager because it is the one which manages the resources of your computer. Then there are some basic functions which are performed by the operating system. There are 6 basic functions which are performed by operating system: process management, memory management, input output management, file management, resource management and user management. We will see these in details. Number 1 is process management. What is process? Process is a program in execution. Any program that you have open or any software that you are running, when you are executing or when you are running, then that program or that application is known as a process. For example, when you are playing a game on a computer, your game is a process. Although it is an application software, your game is an application software, but when you are playing a game on your computer, it will be, in technological terms, it will be known as a process. So what does your operating system do with the process? It allocates the resources to the process. It will allow the process to share and exchange the resources, and it also protects the resources of one process to be used by the other process. It will allow the sharing and exchange, and it will also protect your resources, protect the resources of one process to be used by the other process, so that there is no clash between the resources, between the processes running at the same time. Then second function is memory management. Your operating system manages the memory and it allocates the memory to your processes or to the programs that are in your that are in execution or that are run by the user. And it also free the memory when the process runs stop. When the process stops running, your operating system will also free that allocated memory, so that that allocated memory can be used by any other program. Then the third function performed by operating system is input and output management. Your operating system is responsible for the management of input and output devices. It manages and coordinates all the input and output devices. Then we have file management. Your operating system has a function to organize, to store, and to keep the track of the files which are stored in your computer. And it also help you to perform all the common operations on your file. The common operations include file editing, opening, renaming, moving, etc. Then we have resource management. Resource management includes to allocate resources in an efficient way so that your resources do not get waste. Your operating system allocates resources to allocate resources of a computer to the application program according to the user requirement in an efficient way to improve the performance of your computer. Then user management. Your operating system is also responsible to manage the user. Actually, there are two types of user. Number one is the administrator and the other is the user. Your administrator is the main person, or this person is the admin who installs various programs on the computer, and this person also allows the guest users to have their username and a password to use these programs. User do not have full rights, but they have the access to use the programs, but administrator has the full rights, full authority to install various programs. You can take the example of your school. When you try to install something new on the computer, the dialog box appear which asks you to enter the username and the password. So that means you are a normal user, you are not an administrator. That's why it asks you for administrator requirements. So your operating system helps you to protect your computer from unauthorized access. Let's come to another topic, which is operating system interfaces. Actually, interfaces is the way in which the screen looks like, or in which your computer interact through the operating system with the user. So there are three interfaces. Number one is command line interface, menu driver interface, and graphical user interface. Nowadays, most commonly interface that is used is GUI, graphical user interface. Let's start with command line interface. We can see we can write it, or we can use its abbreviation as well, which is known as CLI. CLI is the most difficult, you can say, interface, in which you have to give the commands from the keyboard, and you have to learn the commands. You have to learn the syntax of the command to perform any task. There is a specific command to every action, so you have to learn those commands, and then you have to execute that command. If there is any mistake in that command, then your command will not work. So comparatively, it is a difficult interface to be used, but it is faster, you can say, faster than menu driver and graphical user interface. There are two basic examples of CLI. Number one is Unix and the other is DOS. DOS is the most popular CLI operating system used previously, and Unix is a multi-user CLI operating system which introduced in 1969. Multi-user operating system means that multiple users can run different programs at the same times on Unix. Then we have second type of operating system interface, which is menu driver interface. Menu driver interface is the interface in which menu appears on the screen, and then the user makes different choices. The user can make another choice, then another menu will appear, and so on. Menu driven interface is also used in some application programs and other devices such as your mobile phone and your iPod. Especially these interfaces were used in your mobile phones, in the previous versions of your mobile phones, when there was no Android and iOS. Some examples of menu driver interface includes the Novels NetWare and ProDOS. ProDOS is used to run on Apple devices. Then we have third one is graphical user interface, GUI. GUI is for the computer users to interact with the computers. It uses windows, icons, mouse and pointer. In simple words, we call it as WIMP. windows, icons, mouse and pointer. In this type of interface, user has to just select the icons or double click the icons, and then their specific action will be performed. It is the most easiest one, you can say. You don't need to memorize the commands as you have to do in command line interface. They provide the good help facilities, and it also allows the user to run more than one program at the same time, which is not possible in the CLI and menu driver interface. But its disadvantage is that it takes up a lot of memory. Due to graphical symbols, it takes a lot of memory, and it requires the faster computer as compared to other interfaces. Some examples of GUI include Macintosh, Linux and Windows, but the most popular one is again Windows. I hope this is clear to you all. Thank you. That's all for today.